Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
How are you all doing?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Good evening.
Okay, so today, I think today's Julan Yatra festival is going on. So some devotees just send me a message and say that it's Julan Yatra festival. So anyway, before that, today is a very, very, very auspicious day. Okay, Julan Yatra, and also it's a Dwadasi. Okay, yesterday was Ekadasi and today is Dwadasi. And not only that, it is also what they call Pradosham. Pradosham that falls on Saturday is considered very auspicious. Sunny Pradosham. Pra means remover, dosha means sins. Right? So the time that dosha means sin, right? So it's a time that all that sins, whatever it is time to clear. So on this auspicious day, so we have gathered here and to discuss on Bhagavad Gita, which is very, very auspicious. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. So we gathered here to discuss on Bhagavad Gita, especially chapter 14. So chapter 14 is very unique chapter because here we're going to discuss more about this the three mode of material nature. Okay. So before we start, is there any reflection, any takeaway or anything that since yesterday, is there any kind of transformation that you like to share? Anyone? Am I audible?
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Very clear.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
So anyway, I was very inspired. Skanda Balan Prabhu called me in the afternoon, in the evening, especially early evening. He was sharing with me about all his realization and how this program transformed him. And he have approached his niece and going to distribute a Bhagavad Gita to her. So I believe that all of you are still actively involved in thinking about at least think about distributing Bhagavad Gita. Okay, because this is very auspicious. So that's what we're going to discuss today in this chapter 14. Okay. When we talk about the reflection, all right, we are all bound by this material nature. We are actually not in control. Our life is not in control. Our senses are not in control. Our mind is not in control, right? Even our intelligence is not in control. So usually all this mind, intelligence, they are basically betraying us. And we are helplessly watching. We are helplessly watching what is happening right in front of our eyes. We are trying to control, we are trying to solve the problem, but actually we are becoming more and more entangled. Okay. So in this 14 chapter 14, it'll reveal many secrets. Okay. Here basically chapter 14 is wisdom. Okay. The wisdom means that what they call the advanced knowledge. That is the knowledge that has been applied, practiced, and the result. Okay. It is not experience. It is beyond experience and all these things. Okay. So before we start, okay, so I would like to welcome all Sadguna Mataji, Trivikram Prabhu, Krubashini, Vanita Mataji, Iskanda Balan Prabhu, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu for this today's program. And also CS Prabhu, forgetting CS Prabhu. Okay, so
Hare
nice
Krishna,
to see.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. How are you doing?
Fine, Prabhu.
Good, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, my throat is really giving me problem. So, okay. So, before we start, as usual, the usual ritual, what we do, we recite this, what they call the invocation prayer, seeking blessings from all our acharyas, preceptors, so that today's attempt of understanding Bhagavad Gita become very fruitful. Okay, because I always believe in one sitting, we try to hammer. I'm hammering all this knowledge as much as I can. Okay, so with this heavy hammering, because in fact, I also was thinking, oh my God, am I really giving, I mean, what they call, is it like too hard, or is it I'm giving too advanced? It's like some of you are brand new devotees. So is it that I'm doing that? Am I doing it properly or what? But after contemplation, I realized it is always better to give full hammering. You try to absorb what you can. The others, keep it at the side. So eventually one day when you start to have this realization, you can start to relate. All right. So that's the thing. So through that hammering and all this. So because like comparatively, like you might have gone to other Gita classes. Maybe they give you according to the time, place, and circumstances and everything. But always I like to prefer to present it in such a way that which is as it is, so that we can appreciate what Bhagavad Gita is all about. Because Bhagavad Gita is a very serious matter. Bhagavad Gita is a very serious matter, and living and to be alive and to die is also very serious matter. So it is no more like we just give a tip of the iceberg, very, I mean, superficially said, oh, okay, you do this, do that. No. So I always like to delve deep into the subject, and I'm really appreciate to all of you, because I was thinking that halfway people may like leave, or I may have very little participant, because sometimes the knowledge is quite heavy, like I cannot tahan or something like that. But I'm really grateful that all of you are still here with me, okay, and wants to delve deep into Bhagavad Gita. Okay, the way that I present the Bhagavad Gita to you is exactly the way that how in Bhakti Sastri, a degree course or diploma in Bhagavad Gita, they used to speak. And because and also I give like a lot of life analogy with experience, what my experience, when my other devotees experience, my friends experience, the application part, and also from Prabhupada's thought. Okay, so so that's the way. So before we start, as usual, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Scha. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीना बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती जयपताक स्वामिनिति नामिने नामाचार्य पदाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकददामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पासाचिरिसतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्त वृंद। Everybody together, let's chant 3 times. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Presu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, so today we are in chapter 14. Okay. So, the title for this chapter 14 is the 3 modes of material nature. Okay. So, as we know that all embodied soul are under the control of 3 modes of qualities of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And here Lord Krishna explains what these modes are, how they act upon us, how one transcends them, and the symptoms of one who has attained the transcendental state. Okay. So that means we are under control of these 3 modes of material nature: the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. And of course, the interaction in between. So we like Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu was, I think he said this morning that he understood at last how the interaction happens. So now we're going to explain to you how the thing is happening in detail. Okay. And so after today, 14th, we got another 4 more days. All right. 4 more days and Bhagavad Gita, Gita Gyan program, batch 1 successfully completed. Okay. So thinking about another 4 more days is going to over. It's already giving me anxiety because I'm really having a good time discussing Bhagavad Gita with all of you. And I feel so excited. And every day and night, I'm just looking forward when the day will break and when the evening 7:30 will come so that we can discuss this Bhagavad Gita. So I hope that I'm going to start this program. Okay, I will update the schedule for September. No, because the thing is, I'm wondering because in between one of my nephew's wedding, so I just want to like thinking, how to adjust the thing. So once I could manage to get the thing, all the details all done, I will post the thing in the group. So I hope that each and every one of you can convince 2 people of your friends, your family members, whoever it is, to come and sign up for this course so that this program can go ongoing. And after that, also, when I spoke to Skanda Balan Prabhu, after these 14 days, maybe I would like to have a 1-day program whereby we can recite the entire Bhagavad Gita 700 verses. Okay, the 700 verses recital is going to take something like. I know you're going to get excited. So the 700 verses will take something like around 4 to 5 hours. Okay, all this while, what we do, we will just take turns. Like example, the 700 verses divide by the amount of people who join the class. Okay, join the session. So they just divide and they just speak on the translation only. But now for first time, I thought of singing that Sanskrit verse. Okay, there's all the entire 700 Sanskrit verses. So it depends. It's going to take something like 4 to 5 hours. And of course, like some of you having a struggle to pronounce Sanskrit. So what I'll do, I will do the singing. So you all can mute yourself and you can listen and also try to follow. Okay, but the most important is singing, because what we are singing is exact word what Krishna spoke. Exact word what Krishna said, we're going to recite. Okay, then if you have another opportunity, we also can sit down and also do reading the entire 700 verses, the English translation. Okay, so I'm planning to this thing. I will look I look into it. Any of these holidays or any days that is available, so we can take this opportunity to recite. Okay, then other than that, for the September program, I hope that you all can help me. I thought of just doing one program in the evening program, one program. So in the morning, I plan to do some other classes. So if any one of you are free in the morning, you can come and join some other topics that we can discuss. Okay, so it's going to be evening program like this, 7:30 to 9:30. So please think about 2 people and try to sign them up for the course. And of course, you all are not regretting your decision, I believe. Okay, so that the process can go on. And of course, during the class, you also can still come and join in to get more, more understanding. But the most important is this. It is not just going through the class, but end of the day, you also have to sit and finish up your studies. Our main idea is to show you all that thing and keep you wonder and keep you like inquisitiveness. My job is to create inquisitiveness so that eventually you will sit and study the Gita. Okay, so with that, let's start our program. So today is going to be chapter 14. You all can see the slide.
Ken Prabhu.
Okay, great. So ISKCON Malaysia, in collaboration with ISKCON Ipoh Bhakti Yoga Center. ISKCON Ipoh Bhakti Yoga Center, we are doing this, proud to present you this Gita Gyan program, which is called the Essence of Bhagavad Gita. Usually the Essence of Bhagavad Gita program, Gita Gyan, is divided into 2, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is very mild, part 2 quite detailed. So I was thinking, I do not want to do part 1, straight away go into detailed subject. So what I'm presenting to you is all level 2 program. And but of course, it's a synchronized with part 1 and part 2. And I'm presenting to you for your own reading and hearing pleasure. So that, okay, what is Bhakti Yoga Center? Ipoh, ISKCON Ipoh, First Garden Bhakti Yoga Center. There was a student who came for my Gita Gyan program, a couple, Dr. He's a gynecology specialist, Dr. Divagaran, and his good wife, Dr. Prema. So after they saw that the program was so effective and they saw that the way that students participated, enthusiastic in distributing books and all these things, and that and I was thinking for a place to start this preaching program. Okay, we have our ISKCON center, but I want to like go to the outskirts, outreach, so that to the people of that locality. So my main idea is, of course, to enter into Chinese preaching effort. So in that Chinese preaching effort and all these things, then suddenly, while I was looking for a place, Dr. Prema called me up and said, why not upstairs? I was renting to a lawyer and the lawyer left. Why not take over the place? I said, well, okay, Mataji, but but the place is extremely expensive because very strategic. The place is exactly very strategic area. I said, I don't think so. I can afford to pay the rent. He said, don't worry, please come and see. I said, come and see for what? I cannot pay the rent. The place is, I think, if you want to rent out, at least can rent out to 2,000, 1,500 to 2,500 easily. That's strategic. And I said, I can't pay. Then she said, no, you can have it for free. Please come and have a look. Then after all the persuasion, then I went and saw the place and it's really fantastic. I said, okay, then you can have it for life. As long as I'm around, okay, you can have this place for free. So that is how the impact of this Gita Gyan program. And from there, ever since then, and we are attempting. So we have many devotees are coming in, all especially newcomers, and we are trying to cultivate them, and also to do this book distribution and everything. So eventually, that center becomes a heart of Chinese preaching program in Malaysia. Okay, it's Chinese specifically, but of course, it's open to everyone. Okay, so we are so happy to represent for the first time on behalf of this Bhakti Yoga Center. We are doing this program. So let's look at the deities. Let's take, okay, just give me a second, it's raining. Okay, let's take darshan from this Sri Sri Gauranitai deity from Hungary. I want to ask you a question. Do you see any difference in the deity? I mean, those who came for morning don't say anything, but for the evening students, do you see any difference in the deity in comparative to all the other deities around the world? Hare Krishna. Anyone? Huh? Is this? You all can hear me, right?
Yeah, Prabhu, okay, Prabhu.
Krishna's,
Yeah.
Krishna's hands are outstretched and
No. In that, what I mean is, can you
Mhm.
see the way they look, the face? See, all these deities are made in Jaipur. But here, can you see the way the deity looks different? The face?
has a Western influence.
Very good. That's the thing. It is very unique. The deities will take a form of the place that he resides. Okay, look at the deities. The face looks like Hungarian, the European look. Yes or not? The same thing happened in Ipoh. There's one couple, Chinese couple, a typical Chinese couple, Hari Govinda Prabhu and Lalita Prema. Both of them bought a deity from, they got a deity from India. And before they installed the deity, I was just looking at the deity. It looks so beautiful, looks normal. But after they installed the deity started to look Chinese, The deity start to look Chinese. Like how the Chinese, they used to play that opera, the Chinese opera, the way that girls dress up in Chinese opera with thick makeup, with the flat eyes, but they put the thing, try to make it round, and the way they dance, like the way, exactly like that. The deity transformed himself to look like Chinese. So that is why the deity is not simply an idol that everybody's saying, oh, just idol worship. No, the deity will take a form of that people in that locality. Example, if you look at the ISKCON, Cuba, South America, Argentina, and all this, the deities start to look like them. They look like more into like what they call that. The South American, they have a different look, and in America they look like that. Like this one. This the deity from Navavrajadam. Navavrajadam, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is from Arabian country. In Arab, they don't use the ISKCON Dubai. They don't use that. Okay, they give a different name. Okay, look at the deity. Does she look like Arabian girl? So that is why it is so beautiful. Okay, so let's take darshan from them. Okay, then we dedicate today's program to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Without his mercy, it is not possible for us to be here. Once, when he was very sick in 1977, he was very ill. There was one Brahmana from Hyderabad flew to Calcutta to meet him. So he went to meet him, and of course the disciple says, no, you can't go in and everything because Guru Maharaj is sick. But he said he came from Hyderabad, he flew in and everything. Then they realized it is something very serious. So he said, okay. Then they invited him and said, come, please come and have a look. Then he went and paid obeisance to Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and told, Swamiji, you made a mistake. You shouldn't have installed your deities. Because while he was alive, there's some centers around the world, especially in Vrindavan, all these places, they start to have his deity form. Okay. The deity form only we start to do after the spiritual master leaves the body. Right? After the spiritual master goes back home, back to Gauri, so they will make a form of a deity. So he said, you shouldn't have kept the form of a deity. He asked why? Because when they start to offer you flower, when they start to worship you in the form of deity, all their karma will go to you. All your karma. That's why you're very sick. So that's the thing. That's why I came here to warn you that I think it's a mistake here. And Prabhupada just looked at him and said, that is my mission. That's why I'm here. I'm here because that's what I want it to be. And that made that Brahmana dumbfounded. He got a shock. He started to realize that Srila Prabhupada is not an ordinary kind of person. He is a Shaktivish. He came with a mission. And after that, he went to circumambulate him 3 times, pay obeisances, and he left. And there's another incident, it's quite common. When Prabhupada started to give class, after the class, he will ask the servants to come and play the recording. And they ask, why Prabhupada? You just spoke, why are you listening to the class? And Prabhupada said, I didn't speak. Krishna spoke. Okay, like that, there are so many confidential pastimes of Prabhupada. So if time permits, or if the situation permits, we will discuss on that. There's so many confidential. So Prabhupada is not an ordinary person. He's a Shaktivesh avatar. And he came here to liberate the whole world. And the way that he presents the Bhagavad Gita is so wonderful, so scientific, that even every kind of people, let it be they are scientists, or they are educated people, or they are philosophers, whatever, nobody could find fault in his presentation. And of course, this program is also inspired by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, Guru Maharaj, who is a governing body commission, GBC, and also a spiritual master, and program dedicated to this grace, Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, my dear God brother, of Bengaluru ISKCON Sheshadipuram. So whatever benefit, whatever things that you have changed your heart, if at all, if I was supposed to get any kind of merit from this attempt, everything, I just offer it to Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. Anadi Jagannath. Anadi means the one who lives forever. Eternal. Anadi means the one who lives forever. And Jagannath means, of course, Lord Jagannath. So when he left his body due to the accident, I was thinking, Guru Maharaj gave him a name, Anadi Jagannath. That means he's supposed to live forever. So why did he pass away in a very short, at a very young age? Right? After he started the Gita Gyan program, 2021, 22 or 23, he left his body. I think 22. 1 year later, he met an accident and passed away. So I said, why? Right? It shouldn't be that way. But later I realized, yes, Anadi Jagannath means he's eternally. So he's eternally is with us, blessing all of you, all of us especially, is blessing all of us in this attempt to understand Bhagavad Gita in a very effective way within 2 hours. Per chapter in 2 hours is something which is very astonishing. And he lives with us. So we offer a Dandavat Pranam to His Grace Anadi Jagannath Prabhu to bless us so that we can understand the subject matter very clearly. Let's look at this understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so someone is not muted. Okay. Here it says, in this world, men are not meant to quarrel like cats and dogs. We are not meant to quarrel. Okay, quarreling like cats and dogs. Man must be intelligent to realize the importance of human life. That's very important that we should realize the importance and refuse to act like an ordinary animal. A human being should realize the aim of his life. And this direction is given in all Vedic literature. So when you look at all the Vedic literature, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, and all this, what is the conclusion? All these supposed to be read and understood by a human being. So what they give is a direction to realize the aim of life. A human being, okay, and the essence, and out of all the Vedas, the essence, the importance is given in Bhagavad Gita. Vedic literature is meant for human beings, not for animals. Animals can kill other living animals. Okay, animal can kill another living animals. Say like a tiger kills a cow. There's no question of sin in their part. But if a man kills an animal, if a man kills an animal just for the satisfaction is uncontrolled taste, okay, nakrusi, because of the tongue, he kills an animal, he must be responsible for breaking the law of nature. Okay, he is responsible. Actually, when you kill a person, so what's the big deal? Why do we need to be punished so severely when we kill a human being? All right, until they say if you kill a human being, you also will be killed. Such a terrible law. All right. So sometimes they'll be hanged, sometimes through this lethal injection, electrocution. Okay, like those days, bulleton, they cut off the head. Why they need to put such a law? If you kill a man, you have to be killed. Because to have a human body is very, very precious. Okay, it's very, very precious to be a human being. And out of all the human beings, all right, it's very precious to have a human being. So to kill it, that means you are checking the progress. Okay, you are checking the progress of a human life. So that's why it's so crucial that a person have to be killed for killing another person. But the same rules also goes to the animal. So when an animal is killed for our uncontrolled taste, how can we have mercy? All right. Sometimes they say, oh, we have to have mercy, you know. No, that I mean, say like for instance, like the animal rights activists. There's something very funny for me. The animal rights activities like to save cats and dogs. And what they feed them? They feed them beef and chicken. They kill another animal to save these animals. I mean, what's the point? What's the point, right? Like for instance, if you think you are an animal activist, you should be saving and fighting for the rights of every living animal, not to allow that one particular animal which is edible, another kind of animal is supposed to be saved. It doesn't make any sense. So when we break, so now we say, hey, come on, I am not eating, you know, I'm not killing them. Somebody killed them, but I'm only eating the meat. So, but you must understand when an animal is killed, 6 types of people will enjoy the same karma, the reaction. The one who rests the animal, the one who approves the animal, the farmer, the one who approves the killing, the one who kills, the one who transports, the one who kills, the one who buy and cook, and the one who eats. The 6 types of people will share the equal karma. All right, like some people, they say, oh, I'm just rearing cows. So what? Come Raya Aji, I just sell the cows. I got nothing to do. They also kena. If you're a veterinary doctor, kena. Veterinary doctor. There's one veterinarian doctor, after he became a devotee, he gave up his job because you have to approve. You have to see that cattle is healthy and to be killed. So we have to be responsible. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly explained that there are 3 kinds of activities according to the different modes of nature. 3 kinds of activity according to different modes. The activities of goodness, passion, of ignorance. Similarly, there are 3 kinds of eatables also, which is eatable in goodness, passion, and ignorance. All of this is clearly described. Okay, because what we eat determines what we're going to be teaching. Okay, and if we properly utilize the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. So once we get the instruction means Krishna is giving us instruction, and we properly use it, then our whole life will become purified. Okay, our whole life become purified, even though that you are engaged in work. And ultimately, we will able to reach the destination, which is beyond this material sky. So we will definitely go to that spiritual sky. Okay, so let's look at today's Mahatmya. Devaki Nandana Krishna Gita Patena Tushyati Yatana Vede Danila Yakna Tirtha Vartadivi. It mentioned that the son of Devaki, which is Krishna, cannot be satisfied by study of the Vedas. Charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage. You want to give a lot of charity, you want to do a lot of sacrifice, you want to go on pilgrimage or take a vow. You don't satisfy Krishna as much as he's satisfied by devotional recitation of Gita. Because reciting Gita is basically repeating what Krishna speaks. So in Vaishnava Tantra Sara, not Krishna is speaking here. Okay. So studying Bhagavad Gita day and night is very auspicious. First thing when you wake up, after you take your bath, read your Gita. And at night, before you go to bed, read your Gita. Or in between, keep your Gita in your glove box, carry it with in your handbag. Carry your Gita wherever you go. There's one young lawyer who became a devotee after this Gita Gyan program. He always keep his Gita on his desk. So whoever lawyer comes and just see, hey, what is this book? He get an opportunity to talk. So if you are working or whatever it is, carry your Gita and keep your Gita. Like Krupashini, when you go for your studies, when you're going for exam, take your Gita along with you. All right? Keep it on the desk. Wherever the Gita present, all auspiciousness will be there. Of course, we understood that. But at the same time, this Gita will attract. Like one girl came and asked that lawyer, Harshwaran, he said, I wanted to read, but I don't understand. He said, I can guide you. Then I said, can I have a Gita? So like that, everybody wants to have this thing. So make this opportunity. Okay, that's how you can please the Lord. Okay, today we're going to go to the chapter 40. Just give me a second. So we are in chapter 14, and the discussion is here, 3 modes of material nature. So just to recap from yesterday's class, 13.22, text 22 says, Purusha prakriti stohi, bhungte prakriti jan gunan, karanam guna sangoshya, sat asat yoni janmasu. And what it means here? The living entity in material nature, okay, the living entity in material nature thus follows the way of life, enjoying the 3 modes of material nature, 3 modes of nature. This is due to the association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. So there are various species of living entity. And when we start to associate in that kind of nature, we will enjoy or suffer according in that nature. There will be always a good and evil among every species. All right. So we suffer and enjoy according to it. Okay. Let's start our this chapter today. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Parambuya Pravakshyami Jnananang Jnanam Uttamam Jnananang Jnanam Uttamam Yajnatva Munayo Sarve Parang Siddhim Ito Gata. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, again, I shall declare to you the supreme wisdom. So see, the word is used to wisdom here. All right. The best of all knowledge. So that means among all the knowledge that you have acquired so far, okay, first we have already passed through the confidential knowledge, more confidential knowledge, right? And Krishna basically revealed all the secret that was within his heart. He said how you can surrender. Now he's talking about the 3 modes of material nature and how you act accordingly. But you must know that because in every aspect, like the soldiers are trained to see all possibilities. All right. What happened if this thing happened? What happened if you get injured? How you should try and bring them out? What all these things they have to go through. They must know everything. So similarly, now we are struggling in this material nature. This Bhagavad Gita basically is talking about self-realization and the realization or understanding of our prakriti, which is our nature. We must know what is happening around us. So it says, which is best of all knowledge, knowing which all sages have attained the supreme perfection. So all the sages, let me Krishna say, with doing this, all the sages have attained supreme perfection. It's not a mere perfection. They have attained a supreme perfection. So this is very important subject for us to contemplate. Now, example. Okay. Now you all have say like okay, let me think of someone. Okay, like Kribashini. Kribashini wants to go for a concert. Okay, she wants to go for a concert. There's some artist came and that's a goal, right? So then the Kribashini is thinking, I want to go for the concert. So what is that process to go to the concert is, you have to get the money and get the ticket. You have to buy the ticket to go and join the concert. So to know the hurdle and cross it. Similarly, now when you look at this, now what is our goal now? Okay, the Jiva thinks what to do. So our goal is devotional service. How we can attain our devotional service. And through that attainment of that devotional service, we can achieve perfection. Okay, how am I supposed to achieve that devotional service? So the Jiva thinks what to do. And what is the process? We must know the hurdle to cross it, because we are under the spell of these three modes of material nature. There's one in the mode of goodness, one is the mode of passion, another one is mode of ignorance. So we must know how we're going to cross the hurdle. So that is what is subject today. Now, 14.3. How did Jiva come into contact with nature? How? Mama yonir mahat brahma tasmin garbang dadamyahang sambhava sarva bhutanang tato bhavati bharata. The total material substance, okay? The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the birth of all living beings, O son of Bharata. Okay? So, the total material substance. What is that material substance? Can you all recall what we have studied yesterday? Anyone? First, we have Mahabhuta. Mahabhuta means the body is made of air, fire, ether, water, and this thing. Okay? The first 5 elements. Not only the body, but the entire creation, the material creation is made of these 5 elements. Air, water, ether, fire, earth. So that is a Mahabhuta. I hope you remember that. Can anyone? Anyone is aware? Just say yes or thumbs up or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
Okay, good. So that is first Mahabhuta. Second, the body is made of 5 senses. Okay, that is eyes, nose, tongue, ear, and skin, touch. That's the second thing. Number 3, we have 5 working senses. That is voice, hand, legs, anus, and genital. Okay. Number 4, we have knowledge acquiring senses. How we acquire knowledge? By sight, we are seeing the object and all this, for knowledge acquiring senses. Okay. Then we have 3 subtle senses: mind, intelligence, ego. Okay. And of course, there's another one is called, there's another mind. Okay. So that means total of 24 substances we have. So that is made our material body. And this material body got 2, gross and subtle. So far, so good. Now, what Krishna says here, the total material substance called Brahman, that means we are all Brahman, that means all this creation is the source of the birth. And from here only we born. Okay. Example, when we were out of father's body going into mother's body, and we go into that ovum and start ovulation. When the ovulation process starts, immediately, okay, when the ovulation process starts, immediately Krishna impregnated with consciousness, or that means the soul has been injected, or has been put into that, and through that consciousness it start to grow. All right, turn into zygote, then turn into this fetus, then from there, then the child is thing. So he says that he is the, and in that Brahman, the source of the birth, and I impregnate it. And it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the birth of all living beings. So every living beings in this world are being born And what are the process of we born? Number one, we born through the womb, or some living species born through perspiration, and some living species born through egg, right, from the egg. So like that, we are all came out of these substances. So far so good. Okay, just like the scorpion. Did scorpion really born from rice? You see, the scorpion egg is laid in the rice. The scorpion egg laid in the rice. But did the scorpion born from the rice? The environment in the rice that's so conducive that the egg hatched and scorpion born. Does it mean that scorpion born from the rice? So that's how the jiva came into contact. So I hope you all understand this. 14.4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiya tasang brahma mahat yonir ahang bija pradapita. Ahang means me, bija. Bija means seed. Pradapita means forefather, father. So it should be understand that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature. That I am the seed-giving father. So we understand from here that every living entities, just name it from what they call, from the tiny viruses, bacteria up to Brahma, all these things are appeared in this world by birth. And Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father. Sarva Yonishu Kaunte, all living being that born. Yonishu means the born, birth. Okay. Then after that, you say Aham Bija Pradapita. Aham Bija. Aham Bija means I am the Bija means seed. Giving Pita, father. Pita means father. Pitaji. Okay. Now, let's look at this. So blind this thing. Okay. Now 14.5. Sattvam Rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava nibatnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Okay. What it says here, material nature consists of three modes of three modes. The material nature. What is material nature? Can anyone tell me in Sanskrit what is material nature means?
Prakriti.
Prakriti. Very good. Prakriti. So Prakriti. That means the word is here, right? Prakriti Sambhava. Sambhava means the Sulnalai or Sambhavam. Okay. So Prakriti Sambhava. That means the material nature consists of three modes. Three modes. That is, number one, goodness. All right. So number one is goodness. Second is passion. Number three is ignorance. When the eternal living entity becomes in contact, that means when the eternal living entity means who? We. When we are the eternal living entity, comes in contact with nature. When we come in contact with nature, oh mighty Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by this mood. So when we come and get connected, we become conditioned. Example, when you look at yellow, yellow is sattva. Sattva means mode of goodness. Red means rajas, mode of passion. Blue is tamas, tamasagunam. Or in other words, it is mode of ignorance. So when these three modes are here, and there is interaction. So when the yellow meet red, it turns into orange. So there's two modes. So when the rajas meet with tamas, that means when the red and blue combine, it creates purple. When the blue and the green, yellow combine, it creates green. When all of these three combine, it creates black. So that means when there is interaction, when we start to interact with one, the color changes. All right. When we are in yellow joint, we turn into orange. So when the red and blue turn into purple, when the blue and yellow turns to green, when all these combine, turn into black. So that means when the purple and the orange and all these combine, it turns into black. So like that, when we are interact, when there's a combination of two different modes, we act differently. Okay, it is just like chapchung. I just remembered. Krishna reminds chapchung. You know chapchung, right? When the child is born of Chinese and Indian parentage, Chindian. What happened? When a Chinese and the Indian get married, the child looks like what? Malay. Right? It doesn't have a Chinese, it doesn't have Indian, and they have a transform into a different look, which is more into Malay kind of look. All right? So that's the thing. So that is what. And sometimes this chapchung, sometimes you just reminded on one joke. Of course, it's not relevant here. I shouldn't say the joke. Okay, so anyway, so like that. So when an Indian and say like when an Indian and American get married, or sorry, the white, right? So whenever there is a combination, there will be a different transformation, the different things. So they're all acting in a different modes. Okay. So, but whatever mode that we are in, let it be that we are in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. We must understand that we are handcuffed. We are handcuffed. It doesn't matter whether the handcuff is gold, or we are handcuffed with silver, or we are handcuffed with iron, but still we have been handcuffed. So we are conditioned in this kind of thing. So now the Bhagavad Gita teaches how we can break that handcuff. Anyway, so now let's look at the first thing. First thing of this is, how can I be happy? Okay, as in the mode of goodness. Okay, example. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat parakashakam an prakashakam anamayam sukha sangena badnati jnana sangena chanaga. Oh, sinless one, the mode of goodness. Okay. Okay. Now you say, oh, sinless one, the mode of goodness. That means the mode of goodness, being purer than others, is illuminating. It is illuminating. That's why when you see people in the mode of goodness, they look very divine, they look very calm. Okay. Illuminating. And it frees one from all sinful reaction. That means it frees one from all sinful reaction. Okay. But those who are situated in that mode becomes conditioned. Right? Even in the mode of goodness, they become conditioned. Conditioned by what? By the sense of happiness and knowledge. So in other words, what we understand from this, Sukha Sangena Bhatnat, Jnana Sangena Chanaga. So that means we are conditioned by happiness and knowledge. Jnana means happiness. Right? So, example, what does this mean? That means even if you feel happy, you are full of knowledge, it is also kind of conditioning. You all get me on this? It is a kind of condition. I'm intelligent, which is condition. The conditioning of this material sense object, because you are associating with these kind of people. Right? Example, when a person who are, okay, what example I can give? Okay, there are a person, they found that person from a remote village, who have never seen civilization. Okay, he lives according to whimsically. He's not an aborigine, but he's a very remote poor villager. Okay, like deep in the estate. Example. And that person, the way he talk, the way he act, is according to that mode. That means he's there, he's acting according to the people, the way they talk, the way he act, and being very sick. Suddenly you bring that person, you bring them to the town, give them good education. Good education. So that means what? He has the outlook, the transformation, everything is start to change in so-called civilization, civilized way. So when the plus start to change, so now he come into a new conditioning that is now is what they call is intellectual. Okay, he's very knowledgeable and he's very happy. So that means he's still the same, but the conditioning start to change. So that means in goodness, that's what it meant. That is say that mode of goodness means which is eliminating, free one from sinful reaction, and the condition is they are happy. There is happiness and knowledge. Example like Brahmana, scientist, philosopher, poet. All these people you see, they all feel they are very happy and they are very knowledgeable. Okay. Now when you look at this, okay, advantage of being in the mode of goodness. What is the advantage of being in mode of goodness? The material mode of goodness purifies one's consciousness. It purifies one's consciousness and create a hankering for higher knowledge. That's why when you look at all these educated people, they keep looking for more. They are reading more and more. That's why they don't have money and diamonds, but they only have one full library, right? They are hankering for higher knowledge. So it is a favorable platform from which to pursue spiritual life. This is a favorable platform. That means in order to pursue a spiritual life, it is better to be in that mode. Just as the airport is a favorable place from which to travel. Just like the airport is a favorable place to travel overseas. Similarly, being in the mode of goodness is a favorable place, favorable platform to pursue spiritual life. Any questions so far? Now, let's look at second. This is called 14.7. This is called Rajaguna. Rajaguna means the mode of passion. Raja Ragatmakam Vitti Trishna Sangha Samudbhave. Sorry, Trishna Sangha Samudbhavam Tannibatnati Kaunteya Karma Sangena Dehinam. So the mode of passion, what is this? Is born of unlimited desire and longings. What is longings? In Tamil we call yengirathu, yengrani. Na yengikiட்டு இருக்கேன். No yengirathu. Okay, in English we call longing. In Malay what they call longing? Rindu. I think it's rindu, right? Am I correct? Krubashni, you are just fresh from school. Or yes, Prabhu, you are good in.
I think, yeah,
think-
Prabhu.
Huh?
I think Rindu is okay to use for longing, yeah.
Yeah, because you're still fresh. Yeah, Prabhu.
Keinginan keinginan oh angan-angan mak jenin
No,
Oh, the-
keinginan saya. Angan-angan is
Dreaming,
hallucination. I mean, there's a.
yeah.
But longing means like merindu lah. I think so.
Yes.
Because I'm doing a direct translation from Tamil. Tamil they call engirathu, engran. நான் ஏங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன் வருவாரு. Right? Saya rindu lah dia datang. Saya rindu saya punya suami bila dia nak datang. Yalah, correct lah, betul. Rindu, correct.
Yes,
Wow.
Prabhu, Rindu, correct.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got a teacher also here, right? Mataji, you are teaching language, is it?
English, Prabhu. But we
English.
know a little bit, we have, of course, we have learned Malay, so we know something about it.
Okay. Good. Wow, good lah. That means my Malay is still okay now. All right. So we are talking about longing. So mode of passion is born unlimited desire and longing. O son of Kunti, and because of this embodied living entity, is bound to material fruitive action. This is something that all of us are stuck in. Okay. We are basically in the mode of passion. Okay. We have so much of desire. What is the purpose of our hard work actually? Okay. Example. The example I gave in the morning, this morning, is like sometimes we buy big cars, right? Why we like to have big cars like Mercedes and all these things? Of course, one thing is safety is there, but why Mercedes? There's other strong cars, but why we like to have Mercedes? Because of luxury, right? So luxury means what? So luxury means we want people to look at. I mean, I've been very practical here. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So whenever you go, especially to the hotel, when you go and people, you know, that valet drivers will take your car and park. Okay. And whenever a guy look at your car, or whenever you say you are somewhere, and when a guy looks at your car, it doesn't make any difference to you when they give you a second look. But if a lady give you a second look, there's a kind of excitement. Okay, anyone experience that? I know I shouldn't ask that question. Anyway, you do not need to answer. I'm telling this from my own experience. You know, once I had a Mercedes Benz, and whenever I take it to the hotel and go for a seminar meeting, the valet driver will take it and throw other cars aside and put my car right in the entrance, facing the entrance. So when I get into the car, it is something very, because when I was meditating on these verse, right? Because today before I do the class, I was meditating. How the thing have in play. So suddenly I remembered, you know, when I drive that car, when I go, when a guy just, wow, they just, oh, look at this guy, wow, so nice, you know, they look at the car, they say. But when a lady give you a second look, there's a kind of excitement happens. It is not fault, but that is what nature is all about. So in other words, that is called Raja, passion. So the passion is a man always try to attract women. Attracting women or attracting the female counterpart, it is that the ultimate goal of life, not only for human being, but even for the animals. All right. The strong animal will have to, they'll get a chance to mate. Okay. So all of us, I mean, I shouldn't use the word all of us. So basically, that is what is happening. Everyone, every man or every living entity are trying to do something to impress the female counterpart. So in this material world, basically it revolves, revolves around this thing called the sex pleasure to attract the opposition and opposite side and everything. Okay, we are working so hard so that we can create this. You know, in especially I give this example in my motivational classes. I say sometimes I say, okay, we work so hard, so you get a good job. You get a good job, you get a very high pay. When you get a high pay, you marry a beautiful girl. So that's usually where I used to talk. So that is what it revolves. Okay. When we revolve, then it's become unlimited desire. Then after that, when we are not meeting our girlfriend or boyfriend, we start to long for them. So like that. So basically, that is that basic standard. All right. There's a platform. From there, of course, you can just expand it so many other things. But we are all in the mode of passion to do for this. Okay. So that's what it says. Okay. Now, example. So modern civilization is considered to be advanced in the standard of the mode of passion. Okay. There's so much of passion. So that means man working so hard so he can have a married life, you know, a happy wedding and all these things. Okay. And let's look at the people in the mode of ignorance. Ignorance. Tamastvaඥānaṁ jam viddhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabis tannibatnati bharata. Oh, son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, okay, is born of ignorance. Is the delusion of all embodied living entities. It delusionizes. Okay. The result of this mode are madness. What is the result of this mode is madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. So that means people who are in mode of good ignorance, the one who love to sleep long hours. Right. See, like for instance, in this material world, we are all stick between that passion and ignorance. Okay. So that is the thing. So we are all predominant guna in Kali Yuga is passion and ignorance. So we work so hard, so we make money. So once we make money, what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to give a family, I'm going to get married, I'm going to get a new car. You know, I want to be very rich and I want to get a bike and I want to do music. I want to go this thing. I want to have a success breed dog like German Shepherd and all this. Then I want to take care of my body. I want to remain slim and beautiful. And I want to go for holiday, travel and all these things. So all these things are revolving in the mode of passion and ignorance. Example, a person goes to work, okay, Monday to Friday. He works from morning till evening and even sometimes late night. It becomes a norm. To be back home after 5, it is something which is getting very rare. Like last time, I remember my father used to come back for lunch. It was that peaceful. After work, he come back for lunch, he take his lunch, just take 5-10 minutes break, a nap, and he goes to work. You know, the situation was that calm. My father was a dispenser, okay, assistant pharmacist. So he goes to work in a Ipoh GH and he comes back, have his lunch, he take his bath, have his lunch, and can take 5 minutes nap and go to work. But nowadays, within that 1 hour, is that possible? When the people, things are getting more crazier, the jam is getting more crazier. Okay, even for a lunch. And by 1 hour lunch, how many of that nowadays people are actually enjoying that 1 hour lunch? Right? 1 hour lunch. So they just go there and they basically don't eat, they gulp, they swallow everything. All right. And they come back. And while they are having lunch, they'll be thinking of the work, thinking of the meeting. And in fact, going through this now, since WhatsApp and all this nonsense thing came up, so they'll be still talking and discussing. Right? They go to work and they finish 5, 6, 7 o'clock, they come back home, they tired. First thing they go, they take their bath, have dinner, whatever, and go to sleep. Next day, wake up. That's how it goes. But especially when you see the people are working in Singapore, staying in Johor, they are living life terrible. All right. They go to work at, wake up at 3 o'clock, get ready, you have to leave the house by 4. They come back home at 10 o'clock at night. What kind of life? And so many death happens there in accident. Why? While riding, they slept off, boom, fall. Heart attack. So these are the things which is very prominent. Then comes Saturday and Sunday. When Saturday and Sunday comes, they off the phone, they throw the phone aside. They said, okay, today is my day with my family. I do not want to have any more interaction. I don't want anybody to call me. I don't want any disturbance. Okay. And they tell, don't wake me up. I want to sleep. So they sleep until 10 o'clock. They wake up, go for breakfast, then lunch. Then after they go for a movie, then walk around that shopping center, whatever. Then after they come back home, have some Saturday night fevers, little party. Next day, Sunday, wake up late and do all these things and looking forward for Monday in a very frustrated way and wake up in Monday with Monday blues and go to work. That is how the life running. All right. The life is going on that way. So that is what something which is very, very common in this modern society. All right. So, so sometimes we see the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the mode of passion of an ignorance. O son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness, and ignorance and all other times ignorance defeat goodness and passion. In this way, there's always a competition for supremacy. So all these three modes of material nature will fight among themselves to create supremacy. You better or I better. Okay. To be in the mode of goodness is quite hard because there is a little sacrifice, little austerity, like waking up early in the morning, right? Chanting your rounds, reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Then after that, a little strict life, which is always sometimes example when we chant Hare Krishna. Example, when you are going to chant, okay, that time, okay, decided, okay, now I think I feel I'm going to chant Hare Krishna. So while you're planning to chant Hare Krishna, suddenly your wife will be sitting there. Hey, have you noticed something? I just sent you a WhatsApp. Can you see? Oh, really? What was it? While you're having the feedback in your hand, you open the WhatsApp and the things like say like TikTok or something like that, you just touch finish. You start to go TikTok ready. Right? See 1, 2, 3. Your mind is attracted. So to remain in the mode of goodness is tough. Right? And somehow in defeating the mode of passion. So sometimes when we are in mode of passion, okay, we say, okay, example, if you're involved in MLM business or insurance business, you can do it. Make the point. Make that phone call. Go and meet people. Talk to them. But sometimes you just go, how to do? I feel so sad. I feel scared. Oh, what the fellow says no to me. Or should I do this? Should I do that? End up with contemplation. Tomorrow. So mode of passion also defeated. So to be in the mode of ignorance is the easiest way. Just be dull-headed. Go on sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating, mating, defending. It is very simple. Okay. So that is the simplest way. Now, when you look at this, okay, destination after death. What happened if the person dies in that different mode? Okay, let's look at this. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvasta madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganya gunavrittista ado gacchanti tamasaha. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planet. Those who are in the mode of passion live on this earthly planet. And those in the mode of abominable mode of ignorance go down to hellish world. So this is what happened. So in other words, when we are sitting in mode of goodness, right, we will go to the heavenly kingdom, live among the devatas. And we are in mode of passion, we live in this thing, and ignorance, we go down. So what I am saying here is, we have experienced passing through 8.4 million lifetime. You have to make the decision. It is something that doesn't come by itself. So you have to make that decision. That my decision is to remain in the mode of goodness. Okay. And how can I remain in the mode of goodness? That means I have to try. Okay. That means just make a decision. Now, after this program, you understand to be in the mode of passion and ignorance is not good. I have to go beyond this mode. So what should I do? What activity I should do? How can I do it? Okay. So the step one, Krishna gave a lot of things, right? You do this, do that, do that. But the what karma yoga? We start from karma yoga. That's how the Bhagavad Gita starts. The Bhagavad Gita starts from karma yoga. First is karma yoga. Okay. First is setting the scene, of course. Then contents of Gita summarized. Chapter 2, chapter 3 is karma yoga, and chapter 4 is dhyana yoga, jnana, intellect, knowledge. And chapter 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It talk about karma yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. So what we can start doing now, we start to do the karma yoga for now. All right. How can we elevate ourselves? That is how the Bhagavad Gita was arranged in such a way. First thing I only do with all full dedication. I dedicate everything to Krishna. I don't take any ownership. Despite me, maybe I need to work around the clock or whatever. I just dedicate everything to Krishna. That's one thing. You start to work for Krishna. You start to read Hare Krishna, read this Bhagavad Gita. Karma, activity. You chant Hare Krishna is karma. Even though you don't have taste, even though you don't understand, even though whatever situation, just do that. And from there, we slowly elevate. So once that mode of goodness becomes prominent, okay, that's when you start to see a huge transformation start happening in your life. Okay, let's look at this. The result action in the mode. In the mode of goodness, what is the binding force? Sense of happiness, satisfaction, knowledge, and superiority. Sometimes when if you are very intelligent, we start to be very superior. Yes or not? There's a binding force. And the characteristic is knowledge, no sinful reaction, and the result is pious. You'll be a very pious person. And those in mode of passion, attachment to fruitive activities, ropes of desire and attachment, ropes of desire and attachment. So what is the characteristic? Intense, unlimited desire and longings, great attachment, fruitive activities. And what is the result is misery. Imagine when you are involved in this kind of business, when you don't hit the target, right? Imagine when you are trying to court this girl and suddenly the girl says no to you, right? So all the in passion, because when you want to passionately do something, we don't have knowledge, okay? Because we have intense, unlimited desire and longing that sometimes we cannot take no as an answer. When they come and tell, I think I'm in love with you. Can I marry you? You say no. Why? No, I don't know. So the people get upset, people deceive. So misery, people go and commit suicide because of this. And those who are in passion, right? And what is ignorance? Madness. They're crazy. Crazy means they are full in drugs and all this. Laziness. They are very lazy and they love to sleep. And what is the characteristic? Delusion, darkness, madness, inertia. And the result is foolishness. All right. So how we can transcend the three mode of material nature? Okay. So, okay. Now with this, I would like to play a video, and video going to take around 5 minutes. And while video also it's like a short break. So I want you to watch that video that speak about the mode of ignorance. What happened when we are in the mode of ignorance? What are you seeing now? Okay. Share screen. Oh, Brave. Okay. Brave browser. Can you see the screen? Can you see a dark screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, great. So let's watch this video. Where's the thing?
Dear little one, our darling, we are eagerly waiting to welcome you to your new home, to your happy family. You are our future and the future of mankind. So come to this world happy, healthy, intelligent and brave. Be creative and loving with qualities of leadership. Let us play harmonious music and healing sounds of ancient traditions to you. Listen closely, precious one. Listen to the vibrations of pure and beneficial mantras, which will help you to grow and bring you sound health and noble thoughts. These mystical sounds will stay with you every moment. They will make your journey pleasant and joyous. As you hum along, you will be protected and balanced by the vibrations of the mantras. Your mother too, under the spell of the music and powerful chants, shall flower in health and mind, in peace and tranquility. O precious child, we await your arrival.
Hare Krishna. Are you all there?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare
Now you
Krishna.
understand how we become victim of that environment. Every one of us, when we born with expectation, full of expectation. We pray that I will surrender to you a lot. And our parents will while we were in the womb, they also have high expectation. One day, please come, my son or my daughter, you're going to do this, do that, and all these things. But upon birth, until we come out from the womb, we are in neutral state. And once we come into a situation, once we're born, we're born into an environment. And from that environment, we talk about what they call the environment that we get stuck in. Okay, the school, the thing, and our consciousness will start to change. So we get mixed feeling, and eventually, if we are very unfortunate, we miss that opportunity, and there goes, we are back to animal kingdom. Okay. So now, when you look at this is what it meant here. Okay. So how this mode is we are, and how the thing is affecting us. Okay. So in goodness, passion, and ignorance. So even if you are in any of these three modes, what Bhagavad Gita as we understood here, those situated in the mode of goodness will go upward to heavenly kingdom. Those who are passion remains here, and those who are ignorance will fall down into animal kingdom. So that means to be in these three modes, it is something that guarantees that we will never leave this place. So now what we need to do, how can we transcend the three modes? How we can come out from these three modes or become guna tita? So transcend this three mode means we come to the mode of transcendental. We are not bound by these three mode of material nature, but we are beyond these three mode of material nature. Okay. So the symptoms and behavior. What is the symptoms of behavior of people who have transcended these three modes of material nature? Okay. Let's explain like this. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O son of Pandu, he who does not hate, who does not hate illumination, who is not attached, okay, don't have attachment and delusion, okay, when they are present, when they are present or long for them when they disappear." That means when the thing is there, say like for instance, when the thing in that present moment, or when they disappear, we start to long for them. That means those who do not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion. When they are present, they are becoming so excited, so attached to the result. When they are gone, we start to long for them. Who is unwavering, undisturbed. That means the person is undisturbed, though through all these reactions of material qualities. That means it's unwavering and undisturbed. That means through this what? These reactions of material qualities. That means the three mode of material qualities, when there's things who are unwavering, that means they don't give up. Oh, I cannot stand, you know. Sometimes quite common, I cannot get along with this devotee, now I think I better quit. All right. I'm disturbed with this kind of character and all these things. Who are not unwavering and undisturbed. We must always remember this one thing. After 8.4 million lifetime, we got that opportunity, and we do not allow anyone to disturb or to take this opportunity away from us. That is your birthright, your actual birthright. Nothing should come and disturb you, right? Sometimes when we are trying to become a devotee, and sometimes there'll be a problem with our family members, right? With our spouse, with our children. You know, sometimes they say, you know, yeah, what, you got nothing else to do in life. Father is retired and he got nothing to do, he go into the spiritual. There's a lot of things I've seen, right? A man who are very sick, I mean, he was a 75, 76-year-old man. Okay. His wife passed away. His children are all very successful, all grown up, all very successful. And he said, okay, now is the time, I think I want to dedicate my life for Krishna. But the children don't allow that. Okay, the children don't allow that. I told him, if you really want a place, because he's not from Ipoh, from other place, I said, if you really think you need a shelter, I can arrange a shelter for you. You can stay in our Namahat center. We have everything there, including air condition. So you can stay there, you can do your seva there, or you can stay in ISKCON Ipoh, whatever. But after that, he just came and said, no, my children don't allow me to do so. He said, what is the point? As a children, you sacrifice your life to bring us up. Now I must do this for you. He just said, okay, I just remain wherever. I just try to do, you know. So something like that, he gave up. So that means we must understand that we should be unwavering in our decision, and we should be undisturbed by this reaction of this material quality. I'm just giving one example. Like that, there's been many examples that you may have your own personal example. like something is limiting you from expressing your true self. Okay. Now, and remaining neutral. Okay, remaining neutral and transcendental. How we can remain neutral and transcendental? By, okay, of what? Of knowing that modes alone are active. That means we know that the things that are happening around us is because of this mode of nature. Sometimes people come and shout at you because they are in ignorance. When someone come and approach you, oh, I got some nice business opportunity. I think you're very capable. Please come and join. That is the mode of passion. So that means whatever things that are happening around you, so you start to understand it is the modes of nature are active. All right. So we must be remain neutral and transcendental. When the neutrality and transcendentality will come in, when can you do that? When your mind is super sober. That means how to make your mind sober, your intelligent, the real intelligent to manifest just by chanting Hare Krishna and of course reading Bhagavad Gita. That's what I'm telling you. RDC formula really works. Okay, reading and chanting make you so calm and so composed that you can sometimes just push it away. I give you one of my personal example happened to me last year Taipusam. Okay, was it last year? Yeah, last year Taipusam, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, last year Taipusam fall on my birthday. So I was thinking, okay, so today is my birthday, and the Taipusam is there. So I'm so excited. I was thinking, okay, I would like to do my service, book distribution, this and that with the plan. But what happened? I went and parked the car temporarily in front of a stall that is giving away water. I mean, giving out water. I mean, juice for the pilgrims. I parked and I went and sent the Bhagavad Gita one box. Then I came back. Suddenly something's telling me, you better take your car away. So I took my son, went in, and we went and took our car. When I took the car, elderly man, right? An elderly man. Suddenly he came, stopped shouting at me. I just got into the car, started the car. Suddenly he came and opened the car and started to shout at me, cursing me with all known bad words. And my young boy was just beside me. He got shaken. He cursed me with all kind of bad words. And I just remained calm. I just say, okay, it's okay. I'm sorry. Until he couldn't take it. He couldn't see that I'm not reacting to him. He immediately spit on my face. You know, first time in my life, that guy just spit on my face. He just opened the door, he spit on my face. And again, he spit on my face. You know? So what happened? I am the person who are not this sober. If only this thing happened quite some time back, the situation should be totally a different situation. Okay? It's totally a different situation. I should have hit him, with some martial art background. It could have created some kind of very unhealthy situation. But after the thing happened, I just swiped and a policeman came and pushed him away. And I just took the car and just went. And I went and washed my face and everything. Then I started to wonder how the thing could happen. Why the thing? I am not advanced. I am not resting. But this is the opportunity Krishna gave me. And that's when I start to reflect, on this Bhagavad Gita. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, if your mind and your intelligence becomes sober, you could tolerate all this mode of active. But at that moment, nothing happened. After I came back, I went to my stall. Then the mind and intelligence start to react. How dare he to spit on your face? How dare you to sing? You should go and look for him. The anger started to rise in my heart until I became so angry. I went back to his stall and I just stand right in front of the stall and just stare at him. And all those people who are serving the drink and everything, they saw me, they became like all worried. Why this guy is standing at me and staring? But I was having a chanting bag in my hand. Somehow or other, I pushed the thing and came back. And it took me some time. So that's when I started to realize the mind and intelligence will somehow or other will trick you, will create a situation to delude you. That's their job. At that moment, nothing happened. But after that, as hour goes by, the mind keep telling, the intelligence keep telling, how dare you to spit at your face? Spitting on people's face is offense by law. It's just like you're incurring injury. That means like punching. It's considered into that level. Should go and make a police report, please. And I was thinking in my hand, he's such an old man. If I give him a punch, he should have died on the road. You know? And he, how dare he to curse me with all kind of bad words. My son was shaken. How you can do? The mind is keep reeling and reeling and reeling and reeling and reeling. My anger start to increase and this thing until I went into terrible mode of ignorance. Until I start shouting at all the people in the this thing. I say, why, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. But somehow or other, I try to compose back and try to pull back, and it's a big trauma. So what I am trying to tell you here is, I'm sharing my own personal experience. I'm not advanced. I'm just a person. I'm just an ordinary person. But I'm telling you, when I remember this verse, when I read this thing, it reminds me. So a transcendental knowledge, I mean, when we know that we are, understand the modes alone are at peace. So that kind of sobriety will come when we start to chant Hare Krishna, and of course we sing. Because if you can just come to this level, you will enjoy unbelievable peace of mind. Okay? Because nothing in this world can affect you. Okay? Now, who is situated the self and regards happiness, that means who situated the self and regards alike. Alike what? Happiness and distress, both are same. Because we understand, we do not ask for a rain, the rain comes. We do not ask for the hot sun comes, the summer comes. After the hot season leaves, the rainy season will come. After the rainy season will come, the hot season will come. It will be just coming. Similarly, today I'm happy. I know the next moment the happiness will pass and the distress will come. When the distress is there, I know the distress will go, the happiness will come. So it is just like a moving cloud. In Tamil, we call idum kadandu pogum. Sandoshamum seri, vedanayum seri, kadandu pogum. Sandoshathai nenechi, namba kondadavum kudade. Vedanaya nenechi, namba vedanaya irukkum kudade. It will just pass. All right? So like this. Okay, who looks upon lump of earth, who looks upon, all right, who sees lump of earth, stone, piece of gold with an equal eye. So that means the person who do not get attracted, you see the lump of earth, that means you see the property and everything, the earth, all right, the stones, like a diamond and all these stones, or gold with an equal eye. I think all these are material, this thing. Who is equal towards desirable, who is equal towards desirable and undesirable. Okay, we're equal to desirable and undesirable. Okay, sometimes you go to one place, sometimes, they don't treat you, or something that you want or you don't want, whether you get it or don't get it, we have to be equal. Okay. And who is steady, situated in equally well in praise or blame. So when people praise you, you don't get carried away. When people blame you, you don't get disheartened. Okay, when people praise you, okay, anyway, he praised me. Or people blame you, or this thing, you just don't care. Or honor and dishonor. Okay, when sometimes people don't honor you, you are not bothered. When the people dishonor you, you're not affected. Who treats alike both friend and enemy. Okay, who treats alike. That means there's no longer friend, or enemy. And who has renounced all material activities. Such as person is said to be in transcend. That means these are the person who have transcended the modes of nature. Okay, these are the people. Now the question is, can I do it? Is that possible? Krishna will never say something that you cannot do, especially in Bhagavad Gita. Because this Bhagavad Gita is meant for Kali Yuga Vasi like this. So he's just telling how you can do all this. Simple. If you just go on reading and chanting and understanding, that's why reading is Bhagavad Gita very important. You can check and balance. That's why I'm telling you, make a journal about your life. Daily journal. Every night, just 2 hours before you go to bed, write down what happened to you today. And try to check and balance what happened. Oh, someone blamed me for something which I didn't do. Because of that, I became so affected. So you understand, oh, I supposed to be transcend. Some people dishonor me. People say that I'm a this and that. I got very agitated. I became very angry. So in that journal, you write, then you start to think, okay, tomorrow I'm going to correct this one thing. But this correction of this one character, we must understand we are in this Kali Yuga. Of course, there is a big thing called Maya that always affecting our life. So how we can try? We only can try. And Krishna says, just try. Because if you want a material life, Krishna give you the best and the worst of material. Okay, what do you want? You want to enjoy in one species? No, I give you 8.4 million species. You go and enjoy in every species and come back once you are done. Right? Of course, there will be suffering and misery also. And likewise, when you think, okay, I want to be a God conscious person, I want to surrender to Krishna, Krishna will provide you everything that requires. Everything that requires that you can be a very good devotee. Okay? So now, so let's look at 426. Mang chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuhyaya kalpate. What Krishna says, want to engage in full devotional service. Bhakti yogena sevate. Bhakti yoga means bhakti yoga, sevate means servant, service. Unfailing in all circumstances. At once transcend the mode of material nature and this becomes a level of Brahman. All right? So that's why I'm saying how we can do it just by engaging in devotional service with in unfailing. That means there's no situation can fail you. There's not a day that you are not going to end your day without reading at least one verse of Bhagavad Gita and without even chanting one rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? We are suggesting you do 16. At least you don't not do it every morning and every one day. So that means you're unfailing in all circumstances. That means you have made a decision. No, nothing can stop me from reading Bhagavad Gita and chanting Hare Krishna. So when you are there, you can at once transcend the mode of material nature. You can come out from this mode of material nature. Okay. Say like example. Okay, before that. So like once you become a devotee, even your devotional service is not that matured. Maybe you're just trying trial and error. Okay, you're just trying trial and error. You're just trying your luck. But you must understand. In other words, you have taken the bait. Like remember yesterday we spoke about prodigy son. I hope you remember that prodigy son. Huh? The one who go out disliking the father and he suffers and he come back. The father will be waiting with his open arms, say, when are you going to come back? Similarly, Krishna is fishing on you. All right, Krishna is putting the bait, thinking which soul going to take the bait. All right. So now you have taken the bait. If you remember, if you realize or not, you have taken the bait that Krishna set on. So when you do fishing, I have not seen fishing, but I've seen people who are fishing. Right? When they when they feel the rod is hard, that means they know they caught a big fish. And how to catch the fish, because the fish is very aggressive in the water, especially. All right, when they try, it can snap or break the rod. So what they do, after the fish take the bait, the hook has already stuck. So what they will do, they will just pull and let go. They pull and let go. That means they pull, then they let go. The fish will try to run away, then they pull again. So the hook will go and reinforce further. It just go inside deeper and creates extreme pain for the fish. Then let go, again come and hook again. And until the fish becomes so painful and becomes so fatigued, that's when they start to pull and immediately the fish is out of the water. Similarly, we have taken the bait from Krishna. Sometimes we want to run away and Krishna just let go the string. At one moment, he will pull back. And how he pull back? By you realizing things around you. Right? You start to realize things around you, which is no, I think Krishna is the best choice. So don't worry. When a person leaves, this Krishna consciousness is not gone. She or he definitely will come back. Right? I got the realization, you know when or not? During pandemic. Okay. I was just like an ordinary person. I had some differences with other fellow devotees until I was thinking, devotees are so mafan, you know. Mafan means so hard, so tough to associate with them. No need lah. Just be myself. I do myself and everything. While I was contemplating on that, and suddenly found out my wife became positive COVID. My wife is a pharmacist, and she worked she was a COVID pharmacist in a Ipoh hospital, right? She has seen too many deaths and a lot of things. So anyway, so that time was the height of the COVID situation. When a person get COVID, it's like more like a death sentence. All right. So She had COVID. Then after that, my son hit with COVID. Then my daughter hit with COVID. Okay, my eldest girl. Okay, the one who don't have COVID is me and my other two daughters. 3 hours no COVID. And we have a deity at home. And I have to cook. At the same time, all my children and all were quarantined in a room. And I have to wear the mask and everything. I have to bring food to them because they need to be healthy and they take nutrition and all this. And I don't have anyone to cook for me. Okay. Then suddenly a devotee, which I was thinking that I'm not happy with, she came forward and says, never mind, don't worry, I'll cook for you. I was just thinking, I just posted in the group, I said, my family all got COVID. And she called me and she said, how can I help you? I said, I don't know, Mataji, because I got a deity, Jagannath deity at home. And I'm not sure how am I going to do it. And of course, that time she runs a restaurant, okay, Govinda's restaurant. And she said, I can help you. I said, no, it's okay. No, don't. And you know what? For 14 days quarantine, for 14 days, that time you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days or 10 days or something like that. She sent food every day. She make the dal and all the preparation, and she don't offer to the deity. She said, when I send the food, please offer to your Jagannath. And she hired this one Grab guy, and without fail, every day by 11:30, he'll bring the food to my house. All right, with all the things, varieties, and I offer to Krishna. And that food was so much in abundance, I can even keep it for dinner. So that's the thing. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, okay, so when we are trying to be upset with some devotees, end of the day, the fellow devotees is the one who really care for your well-being, not on a physical well-being, on your spiritual well-being. The thing that the thing only hit her mind is Padita Tarna's Jagannath will go in hunger because he doesn't know how to cook. Only thing I know how to cook is khichdi. How long can I cook khichdi? So he said, I have to. So that's what I'm telling you. So that means when a person who engage in full devotional service, you shouldn't unfail in any circumstances. Nothing should come and bother you in your progress. Okay, you have to be like the horse. They put something, what they call that, something blind. You don't look left and right. Of course, left and right looks beautiful. If you look left and right, your journey will be delayed, right? But when you look straight, you go fast. Okay, so these are the people at once transcend. So there's another way, of course, we always engage our mind by chanting and reading. Example, this one example of, I think, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, I still can't. Anyone can remind me about this story? Any devotees who knows this story? Okay, anyway, I'll just tell the story. If you remind, please tell me the person. I think it's Rupa Goswami or Sanatana, I can't recall. There's one guy, merchant, poor guy. He said, huh?
Sanatana Goswami.
Sanatana Goswami. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So
The
Sanatana Goswami.
The Brahman will go to Shiva, ask for money.
Yeah. True. So this one Brahmana went to Sanatana Goswami asking for blessing. Sometimes when we meet Sadhu, say, please bless me, Maharaj, or Sadhu, please bless me that I'll be very successful, I'll be very rich and all this. So it even happened 500 years before. So this Brahmana, this devotee, went to approach Sanatana Goswami. And he asked, and he said, I heard that you have that stone called Chintamani. Chintamani stone means, or in English, we call touchstone. The stone that you touch the mic, when I touch the mic will turn into gold. When I touch a rock, the rock will turn into gold. So he had that thing called touchstone. They call Chintamani. Chintamani now is very rare. You can't find it. Okay. So that Chintamani stone, he came and said, so Sanatana Goswami, I heard that you have this Chintamani stone. He said, can you give it to me? I said, okay. So what happened? At the site, there was a rubbish. He just like pushed all the rubbish away and everything. He found the stone, take, pop, give it to him. Then after that, he took the thing and he went. And of course, he started to touch things and make it, and he became very rich. At one moment, he started to wonder. When I asked for Chintamani stone, he kept it among the rubbish dustbins. And he went and like Kalaran, they just remove all the dustbin and he gave the stone. All right. So then he thought, that means he has something greater wealth than this Chintamani. All right. You have something great wealth. Then he went and approached when Sanatan Goswami said, see, when I gave you the stone, when I asked for the stone, you took it from the dustbin. All right? That means you have something which is greater wealth. Can you give me the great wealth? I want to know what is the great wealth that you don't even attract to this Chintamani stone. All right? Then Sanatan Goswami replied, if you want the greatest wealth, throw Chintamani back inside Yamuna. Take that stone and throw into the river Yamuna. At the same time, also throw all your gold that you made from this Chintamani. Throw everything into the Yamuna. Then come back to me. I'll give you that. All right? So then he threw everything. Then he came back. And that's when Sanatan Goswami gave him the greatest wealth of all. That is the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So to be able to chant, that means you have something which is more valuable than Chintamani stone. Out of Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Mama, off the close, reading. So Manushyanam Sahasreshu, there's thousands of men who always desired for perfection. One rarely knows my transcendental. They know me as person. All right. To know Krishna as a supreme personality is something very rare. And to know him, there is 4 sampradaya that can teach you. Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya. And out of all these 4 sampradayas, they have different modes and means. But you are somehow or other attracted to this Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. In Kali Yuga is predicted, all the sampradayas may go, will start, somehow or other will start to settle down, will become weak. But the only sampradaya that's going to last for this Kali Yuga is Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. That's the sampradaya that what we are in now. So somehow or other you are attracted to this sampradaya. And you are in this sampradaya under the tutelage of Srila Prabhupada. And now you got an opportunity to chant the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. In Kali Santarana Upanishad, it says, in Kali Yuga, there's no other way. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Kevalam. Kalau Nasti, Eva Nasti, Gadir Neta. In this place, there's no way you can transcend these 3 modes of material nature. There's no way you can achieve the level of transcendental nature. There's no way you can achieve bhava or prema other than chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Even a person may engage in all this kind of devotional service, puja, cooking for Krishna, everything. But if they do not chant, they do not get that taste. All right? They do not get the taste of that ultimate boon of benefit. And we have got it. And we got it. Well, it might be out of sudden, out of nowhere, or by the mercy of devotee, or some will go online and start to study what is Hinduism, or from there they stuck to what is Hare Krishna. Nowadays, you see that people are showing that Russian devotees dancing on the street. You know, that TikTok become very famous, Facebook. When they just only the thing will come out. Hey, what these guys are up to? Why they chanting so beautiful girls all dancing on the road, wearing sari some more? And they start to go, oh, this Hare Krishna. Some other they managed to get it. Right? So you must understand that we have got the rarest of the rare opportunity. To be born as a human being is very rare. And now to know Krishna is even rarer. And the rarest of all, it is to know the way of attaining Krishna, the steps, and simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay? Yes, Chang Prabhu, you got a question?
Yeah, I just want to refer that that was just now 1426. We were said to have a full consciousness and unfailing. Is it required to be to the time that is it got to do with the we should be initiated at that time or
Okay,
do yeah, that's the idea.
Yes, nice question. Because there's a question yesterday also asked by this young lawyer about initiation. You must understand, we are we have three types of guru. We have three types of guru. One is called Chaita Guru. Second is called Diksha Guru. And the third is called Siksha Guru. Okay. So first is Chaita Guru. Chaita Guru, the one lives in your heart as Paramatma. He give you instruction, step one. After that, you start to take instruction from Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru, you can have many. Many Siksha Gurus will tell you what to do. And Diksha Guru is the only one that link you to Parampara. All right. So if you think you are ready, if you think that you have already follow the requirements for the initiation, it's always advisable to go for it. But the question is, do I really need to be initiated to achieve all this? Of course, the answer is no. The one who are not initiated and achieve perfection, it is something very tough to perform in this material world. Therefore, you have to have a guru as a guiding light, guiding lamp to inspire you to move forward. That's why we need to have a guru. Because that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Approach a spiritual master. Render service. What is the verse? What is the verse?
Mat,
What again? Say again, Prabhu. Yeah, how the verse starts? First one?
chapter 434.
434. Okay. Thank you. Okay, when you look at 434, what Krishna says? Okay, Tat Vidhi. Okay. Tat Vidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadekshanti Te Jnanam Jnaninas Tattva Darshanaha. What he says? So it says on try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service to him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. So Krishna suggests. And also you can refer to Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 7.99. Any one of you got CC with you?
No, bro.
All right. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also says. So that means, in other words, you have to approach a guru. Without guru, without someone to inspire you, it's not easy to perform bhakti. Like some group says, you do not need to have a guru. All right, we just have Srila Prabhupada as a guru. It's enough. Yes, fair enough, of course, because Prabhupada is giving fantastic instruction. But you need to have an individual person. You have to have a personal guru. All right, even to study these mundane subjects like chemistry, biology, physics, you can't do it online. You cannot take the book and self-study. You need to have a teacher to teach you. And imagine this is, we are talking about Vedic literature. How can we do it without the presence of a guru? Right? So, have I answered you, Prabhu? Chang Prabhu?
Yes. Yes,
So,
wonderful.
what do you get from this? You need to have a guru, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have a guru. If you
But
think
but just now you did mention that even the rarest will be the one who just simply chant and doing you know that kind of service probably is not really a full devotion maybe lah.
again, I don't understand.
I mean it's also very rare for a person who is chanting the Hare Krishna.
Exactly. Of course. See, when we talk about chanting Hare Krishna is very rare. Some or other are attracted to chanting Hare Krishna. Then you are serving Bhakti Yogena. Bhakti Yoga means serving Bhakti Yoga. So one of that Bhakti Yoga process, while you are in the process of Bhakti Yoga, first thing is initiation is there. So it is understood. Example, when you study in university, graduation is there. You do not need to think whether there will be a ceremony or not. Yes or not?
Yes.
So there is a graduation. There is an orientation example. Okay, first when you start, there's orientation. Yes or not? Then we do orientation and all these things. So,
yes.
So can I walk into the university and just wonder whether will there be any orientation for me? Or will there anyone bully me? So we don't ask all that because by default is there. Similarly, when you are in the process of Bhakti Yoga, the initiation process is there. If you're really ready, prepared, if you have found your guru, if any guru that have already inspired you, don't wait, go for it. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. So that's the end. So that's about all this history and all this secret of detailed Bhakti Yoga is available in this Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we have 12 cantos and 18 volumes. That's so. Yes. Shyam Prabhu. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu, I don't understand the word Brahman that appears in text 26 and text 3. In text 26, it says that the devotee transcends the mode of material nature and then comes to the level of Brahman. That means here in 26, level of Brahman is a desired level to attain. Whereas in text 3, it says the total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth. So I don't understand. I thought that the Brahman is the level to attain in text 26, but then in text 3, Brahman is put to the level of material substance. So I don't understand this, Prabhu.
Okay. Nice question. Let's let me refer. Okay. Now it says. So now remember that yesterday we have studied about the Kshetra and Kshetra Jnana. Right? That means, in other words, the know of the body and the know of all bodies. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Example. What example we give? Like the person who are selling this
The
the
rental
one
of the house.
rental. Okay. The landlord knows all the house, but I rent one house. I only know that one house. Yes. So that means, in another way, it says everything that takes place due to the combination of Kshetra and Kshetra Jnana, the body and the spirit soul. All right. So this is made possible by the Lord. So we are all Brahma. We are all Brahma means that means we are all living entity soul. And Krishna is Parabrahma. Parabrahma means the supreme soul. Okay. So now it says the total material substance called Brahman. So that means when they call Brahman here, it means, that means, in other words, it is also the material universe and all these things which is created by Krishna is also called Brahman, the created ones.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, now the Mahatattva is the total cause of total cosmic manifestation, the total substance of material cause, which there's 3 modes. Okay, now Prabhupada is explaining here. You know what's Mahatattva? The creation, the universal creation.
Okay. Yeah.
Is the total cause of the total cosmic manifestation. Is the cause of creation the total cosmic manifestation. And that total substance in this material cause, in which there are 3 modes of material nature, is sometimes called Brahman. This is the thing that sometimes it is called as Brahman, because it created from the Mahatattva. Mahatattva means the one that Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. That see, so all created by him, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it is called Brahman. That's what Prabhupada explained here. Okay. Now, and he gives another example. This total material substance, the Mahatattva, is described as Brahman in the Vedic literature, Mundaka Upanishad. Tasmat etat Brahma nama rupam annam cha jayati. The supreme person impregnates the Brahman with the seeds of living entity. So the Brahman is a creation, and he created a seed with the living entity. Okay, Prabhu. So here the Brahman is sometimes called because it was created by the Parabrahman.
Okay.
And from Mahatattva. I mean, it's the original creation. It's called Brahman. You got it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that means it's a create. That means the original when it's lying down, from there is the Brahma, and from there all the creation, the planets and all the universes all set up in that way is called Brahman.
Yes. So
Or
that is for text 3 lah. The context of Brahman.
Okay, now let's refer to another one. What is that Brahman here referred?
You mean in text?
Okay, we have studied yesterday, right? What is the first 5 elements?
the earth, water, fire, space, and air.
What do you call that? Another name?
I can't remember. Let me just check, Prabhu, my notes. The Maha something lah. Sorry.
Mahabhuta.
Mahabhuta, yes, yes. Oh,
Okay,
Mahabhuta. Yes, I selalu buta, Prabhu. The Mahabhuta, okay.
You're going to say that. Bhuta.com. No, this is Mahabhuta. Mahabhuta. Okay,
Okay.
Mahabhuta. This Mahabhuta, which is the creation, it is also called Brahman. The
Okay.
Mahabhuta is called Brahman.
Okay.
So they say, Mama Yoni, there is a total material substance called Brahman. The total material substance. That means the 5 material element Mahabhuta is called Brahman. So the space and everything, nature, everything is called Brahman. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at this verse. 14:26.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here, what it mentioned here. Okay, now let's look at 14:26. In 14:26, okay, what it says, one who engage in full devotional service, unfailing in all at one transcend the modes of material nature, and this comes to the level of Brahman. So, Mam Cho Vyavacharina Sa Gunan Sama Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Okay, here Brahma elevated to the platform of Brahman. Okay, now let's look at this. So, this Brahman, okay, this Brahman is referred to the understanding your original self. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes.
That means understanding your original self. That means I am Brahman. That means I am the soul. I am the soul. And Krishna is Para Brahman, super soul. So that means when I can come to the understanding of realizing my true self, it is called Brahman. That means you come to the level of Brahman. That means you are level of maturity. That means you come to the level of understanding. Okay. And let me look at Prabhupada's purport here, 14:26. In 14:26, Krishna says here, 14:20. This verse replied to Arjuna's third question, what is the means of attaining the transcendental position? As I explained before, the material world is acting. Okay, as I explained before, the material world is acting under the spell of mode of material nature. One should not be disturbed by the activities of the modes. Instead, putting his consciousness into such activities, he may transfer his consciousness to Krishna's activity. Krishna's activity are known as Bhakti Yoga, always acting for Krishna. This includes not only Krishna, but his different plenary expansions, such as Rama and Narayana. It's okay, you engage. One should also note that the form of Krishna are fully transcendental, blissful, full of knowledge and eternal. Such omnipotent, omniscient, and possess transcendental. Okay, unfailing determination. Although okay, he has to come. All right, he can overcome easily.
Prabhu, towards the fourth last line of the purport, fourth or fifth from the bottom, it reads, Prabhu, thus the qualification is to become Brahman or free from all material contamination. So I'm a bit blur, a bit blur on because the Brahman here is the same word. I mean, it's not the same spelling as the Brahman in text 3. So I thought I was confused there.
Okay, now we see here, it is said that in the Vedic literature, Brahmaiva san Brahmapya eti. One can attain the supreme Brahman by becoming Brahman. This means that one must qualitatively become one with Brahman. By attainment of Brahman, one does not lose his eternal Brahman identity as an individual soul. So that means once we come to the level of Brahman here that means the level of full consciousness of Krishna. That means we start to understand ourselves that I am Satchidananda Vigraha. I'm eternal. I'm full of knowledge and I'm the beautiful form. So that means I'm eternal. So when we come to that understanding of Brahman, that means we start to understand that I am Brahman.
Yes.
Okay. So when I start to understand that I am Brahman, so that means how you can understand that? By becoming, one can attain the supreme Brahman by becoming Brahman. So that means we attain the level of supreme, the Para Brahman, that means the supreme pole, by understanding that we are part of it, just like the fire and the spark, or the ring and the gold mine.
Hmm.
So that means
Okay.
we start to understand ourselves. That means one must qualitatively. Remember, we talk about qualitative. Quantity we cannot. A
Hmm.
small ring and a gold mine. Quality same, both gold, but quantity is different. Yes or not?
Yes.
So it means that one must qualitatively, by quality, become one with Brahman. That means by quality, I become one with God. That means Krishna is the supreme God and I am the minute. I'm Brahman, a minute soul, the spark. Okay, Prabhu?
Okay. Okay.
And after the Prabhupada, by attainment of Brahman, one does not lose his eternal Brahman identity. That means once we become, then once we understand that we understand that we are part and parcel of Krishna, so we do not merge into them, or in other words, we do not lose our identity as an individual person.
Prabhu, does that mean that that Brahman there is actually meaning our soul, Atman?
Sorry?
That particular purport, does it say that it's actually focusing it on Atman? The Brahman there is actually
Yeah.
Atman.
Because we understand ourselves as Atma, right?
Correct.
So when we understand ourselves as Atma, that means we because okay, I think I didn't say this. Remember that the Rhine, the horse,
Right.
5 senses, the Rhine, which is the mind, the one who controls the mind is the intelligent buddhi, okay, and the one who sits behind is the soul. Yes or
Correct.
not?
Correct.
Do you remember that? So the soul is the consciousness, and everything in front is running helplessly. The soul has no power to control them. The consciousness are being pulled by all these elements. All right. So it gets pulled by this thing. So the only opportunity, like what you have, when the consciousness start to change, that means when we study this Bhagavad Gita and all these things, we are some or other purifying our consciousness, our real consciousness, because our consciousness is being pulled by all this mind, intelligence, and 5 senses.
Right.
Okay, so we get pulled helplessly. So in that helpless, okay, I just gave an example this morning. See, you have a car, and you have a choice of petrol. What petrol are you going to use? You pour RON 95, it has a different way of performance. 97 or RON 100, or even what they call another one, V power, which is 6 ringgit, 650 per liter. So it depends what fuel that you pour inside. So the decision of pouring the what fuel is what the consciousness or the soul has. Other than that, everything gets changed. Everything works by default. So similarly, when we start to understand ourselves as what they call as an individual soul, all right. So once we understand our individual soul, and we engage our consciousness and purifying it with being a Krishna conscious, automatically the buddhi, the intelligence, the mind, and the senses all get purified. Okay, Prabhu. I hope I didn't confuse.
Prabhu,
Hmm?
can I ask you to help me understand in a layman's language?
Okay.
Now, the picture of Prabhupada with the steps going up there. All
What is it? I don't understand. What picture you want to see?
you know the one with what 14.26.
14.26. Okay, 14.26.
You just had it on the screen.
Okay. Can you
Now
see?
to yes, Prabhu. Now to
Okay.
my understanding, Krishna is the seed, our parent, the seed giver. So
Okay.
he is right at the end of the steps.
Okay, you're talking about end of these steps, okay?
Yes. Now we are seated here where Prabhupada is.
Okay, over here.
Yes. So now each level of the step is part of the Brahman process.
Okay.
So we down here have to learn to understand what Krishna is. His love, his prema basically. Because that same prema exists deep within us. So
Yes.
in the Bhagavad Gita, each step here, each step is explained in different pages under different conditions, describing each step. But they all are referring to Brahman. Am I correct?
First is everything referring to Krishna as a person. Brahma is actually the Paramatma. All right. Of course, they are creating the link between the Brahman and Parabrahman. So now, when you look at the steps that you're saying, the individual is forever a servant of the super soul. That means what Prabhupada is highlighting here? The individual soul. That means you as an individual soul is Brahman. Is forever servant of super soul, which we call Parabrahman. Now you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And therefore, his relationship with the super soul is to offer service. And that is called Bhakti Yoga. So now come to your question about that thing. Okay, now it's like this. Now, when you see what Krishna explains here, very nice. One who fully engage in devotional service. Okay, that means he's saying that one who, just give me a second. Okay, one who engages full devotional service. Okay. Second, who unfail in all circumstances. Okay. Are you following me?
Yes, Prabhu.
And it says at once transcends. What is at once transcends? So at once transcend means at once he is going up the staircase. He is going up. He is going up. You understand, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
So what do you transcend? What do you transcend? You are transcending the modes of material nature. The modes of material nature. That means you are not bounded by goodness, passion, and ignorance. So that means when you come out from the mode of this thing, you come to the level of called Brahman. That means to realize your original constitutional position.
Om Prabhu.
Got it?
Thank you very much.
Now I give you another example. Okay, example like what should I do? Can I? Something very interesting question. I need to address it. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the whiteboard. You all can see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So now we are here. Okay. So we are here. This is called the gross body. All right. In this gross body, So this is a gross body. Okay. And this gross body have 5 elements. Okay. 5, which is called, I just put as Mahabhuta, right? You remember what is Mahabhuta? The earth, water, fire, ether, sky. Okay. Are you all following me on this?
Okay,
So,
Prabhu.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
so inside this
Yes,
Mahabhuta, inside this we have another, inside this we have another element. Okay, we have another element call the subtle body. And what is the subtle body? We have three elements, which we call as
Mind,
This is-
ego, intelligence.
mind. Okay. Then inside this, inside here, we have another thing called the soul. The soul is in the middle. Okay. Think about. Okay. So this is the gross body, and this is the subtle body, and this is the soul. Subtle, SUBTLE. And here we call as the soul. All right, the soul. Now what happened? The soul is hidden in between the subtle and gross body. You got it? So now by practicing bhakti, what happened? We are eliminating this substance. Okay. What we are doing is we are eliminating this what they call the gross body and also the subtle body. So far so good. So by this elimination, the soul is coming out to the what you call, this is called the original position. Original position. And what is his original position? Without contamination of these two substances, which is called the gross and the subtle body and the gross body. Because this subtle and gross, it has so much of contamination. Yes or not? We have all these things, all the thoughts and all this process. Okay, we come to the original position. And what is that original position? That means you come to the level of the real. Okay, this is called the original Parabrahman, the original. Okay, we call this super soul, or we also can call it as Parabrahman. Parabrahma. Parabrahma means the supreme soul. We are not talking about individual, we are serving Krishna and everything. So we're talking in the form of Parabrahma. So that means when we engage in our transcendental devotional service, so what happened? We transcend. Remember the test, I'm talking about transcending, right? So your transcending means you come to the first level, that means back to your original position of pure, unalloyed, without any kind of material contamination, devoid of hatred. Okay, what is the three things that attach a person? Anger, lust, and attachment. Attachment, the three things, right? Remember? Attachment, greed, and anger. No, that's many, but the main three: attachment, anger, and lust. This is the main three substance, right? So without, that means this is a three contaminating factor: being very attached, right, and being lusty, and being angry. Okay, say example, I'm so attached to one person, and I've got so much of feeling for the person, and the person says no, and I get very angry. We will study that as we go on in the next chapter, the following chapter. What happened if we cannot control this? Okay, anyway. So that means we are free from all contamination, material contamination. So how do that material contamination happen? When we start to purify ourselves by chanting Hare Krishna and reading Bhagavad Gita, the subtle form of mind, intelligence, ego get purified. Through that purification, the gross body, which has 24 elements, there's a Mahabhuta, 5 senses, and these all will get purified. Sorry, the gross body has how many? 5, 10, 15? Yeah, 20 elements. 20 elements get purified. The Mahabhuta, the 5 senses, the 5 working senses, and the 5 knowledge acquiring senses. Total 20. Right? 20. So when all these things get purified, what happened? What happened at this particular moment? So that means here we start to see that this gross body will become purified and this subtle body become purified. So that means this element Parabrahman inside from here will start to manifest bigger manifest bigger and become bigger and become bigger, that even in this, while you're living in this, while you're living in this body, right, it become bigger. So that means, in other words, what happened? Your subtle body, your gross body, all come to the level of Parabrahma, become fully purified. Okay. But of course, even though it's subtle, even though it's gross, that means even the gross, but that's why when you see the sadhus, especially like Guru and all these people, we put them in samadhi. We make a deity form out of them. We don't simply burn them and throw the ash into the river. Why? Because they are level of Parabrahman. They come to the level of Brahman. That means they are fully purified. The senses are fully purified. The intelligence, everything is fully purified. Okay. So even though living in the gross body, they are in complete purified situation. Understand? Yes.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, Mataji. No, I should thank you for triggering me. Krishna, Krishna. Chang Prabhu?
Yeah, wonderful explanation. The
You
whole
got it,
thing,
eh?
the Parabrahman cover everything. We got purified in the consciousness.
Yes. So once our senses are purified, our senses become Krishna conscious. You know, your eyes is purified, your ears is purified. Even though living in this nasty body, the whole body becomes temple. Okay, very nice. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, you understand?
Nothing, my lord.
Okay.
Good
Then
idea.
yes, Mataji.
Barda, King Barda, was it? King Barada, was it? At the end of his life, got attached to the animal.
Yeah.
So that means you can attain this level of elevated state and yet lose it somewhere along the line.
Correct. Very, you're well said. That's the thing.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
Suddenly, that's why sometimes we encourage not to keep pet. If we keep a dog, cat, and everything, sometimes we may get attached to them. At that final moment, we start to think about the dog, finish. But there's no loss or diminution. Example, when a person dies thinking about a dog, he'll born as a dog, and from there, of course, he come back to the human form and will continue the bhakti. Because that particular moment of time, he has so much attachment to the dog, even though as a devotee, he born as a dog. Then after that, after he finished that period, he comes back and continue as a devotee and eventually go back. So the question is, why do you want to take the risk? This risk is not worth taking. You know, my children all asking for a dog, puppy. I say, no way. I don't want to keep any kind of pet, any kind of attachment here.
Prabhu, once again, another referring to this quite important. You see, you are talking about the consciousness being purified already. Actually, all the while, it seems like our soul was never really talk about the soul. So it seems like the soul only can do identification only. He will identification himself as something like that only. Seems like that. Because all the while it's a mind intelligence create this thing, and then it seems like the soul is only identify it, then carry on with the enjoyment or whatever it is, or according.
Okay. Let me give you an analogy. Say a person have a very big head injury, head trauma. After the head injury, he forget himself. Are you following me?
Yes, yes.
So he had a head injury, he forget everything. And the time, say that person is a very pious person. He follows everything rigidly. You know, he's a devotee, he's chanting, he's reading everything. But after the head injury, he forgets everything. Say the wife or the children who are against this kind of idea. They say, why you want to waste your time praying 24 hours praying? Come and enjoy life. So you are head injury, you forget everything. But your life, you're walking in everything, but you forgot everything. There's a term they call it. All right. What's the term?
Amnesia.
Amnesia. All right. So you are amnesia, you don't know anything. That time, your wife and children are taking you, come, let's go to Gending Highland, let's gamble. You don't know. You just go and you just follow. Oh, let's go and eat this bakute, right? You're a pure vegetarian, but now you become amnesia. They take you to eat bakute. You don't know. You don't remember anything. You eat bakute, right? Then you go here, you go there, you go all around the world enjoying everything. Go on a cruise, eat pork, eat beef, steak, and everything. But you are such a great devotee, but you've forgotten. You understand, Prabhu? That is what is happening to us. We have forgotten our constitutional position until a day comes when suddenly there's another hit on the head. Tang, tang. You come back, you remember, hey, what am I doing here? Hey, what is right in front of me? Steak. Oh my God. I'm supposed to be a vegetarian. Oh, I'm a Hare Krishna devotee. I should be chanting. What am I doing? Why am I sitting in the Genting casino? You start to realize. So what you can do? Your consciousness start take over when your senses are going haywire. And now you try to pull back all the things. You start to tell your family members, look here. Why are you doing this? It's a betrayal. You have betrayed me. You know that I am a devotee. I am a vegetarian. I am a Hare Krishna devotee. I only eat prasadam. I chant Hare Krishna. Now you're taking me to eat steak. You are taking me to drink bakute. Right? You are taking me to gamble. You know, how can you betray? Right. Then what do you do? Next step. From now onwards, I'm not going to listen to you. You're still with them. Sleep with them. Of course, you cannot leave your family and go elsewhere because you're still not healthy. So what are you going to do the next step? Okay, now I'm not going to listen to you. I'm just going to practice. Pa, let's go for Genting. No. I'm a devotee. I cannot. Pa, let's go to this what they call eat bakute or eat steak. No, cannot. So you keep on chanting. And what happened? Your family members start to feel so bad for you. Actually, we made a mistake. Right? Then slowly, they will fight with you. No lah. See, you eat all bakute. That's why you got back your memory, ma. You still want to do this, Still you're going to lose your memory. You're going to be very unhealthy. I say, no, that you're so stern. The only decision you can make is to be stern in your decision. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And slowly they start to, never mind lah. Father old ready lah. Let him live the life he wanted lah. You know, it's bad karma. You know, like sometimes they say, you know, when you don't fulfill old man's desire, it's a bad karma. You know, he curses and finish all our family members all gone. All right. So never mind lah, just follow lah. So slowly. Then you tell your son, can you take me to the temple? Okay, pa, I take you to the temple. And your son become favorable. They come and see the temple. Oh, temple looks good. No wonder lah, pa, you were so excited with this Hare Krishna. And suddenly when the son will go to tell the wife, hey, actually what father was doing is right. Slowly. See, all of them become, and eventually the whole house becomes a devotee. The same things that happen to us, right? Our mind, our intelligence, and our senses betrayed us. They covered us with ignorance. They covered us with ignorance, saying that you stop thinking about going back to Godhead. Here, the life is so good. You not enjoy in the form of a human. You can enjoy in the form of a dog, cat, pig, any species. You just go on enjoying life, right? This is not good. This is the... So your mind intelligence has all the while betrayed us. And we were in hallucination. We were in amnesia. That means we've forgotten our constitutional position. And suddenly there's some hit happen. Maybe you got some kind of trauma out there. Maybe you have some frustration out there. Or maybe you are in such a terrible situation, or whatever may be. Suddenly someone came and give you a Bhagavad Gita and you start to read, hey, this one makes sense lah. Right? Because nobody become a devotee just like that. Somebody have invited you. And through that invitation, you come, it's so nice lah. I love to dance. Wow, dance here for Krishna, dance for God is even better lah. Right? I love to eat. Wow, come here, the vegetarian food is so nice. When people want to give you food, free food, who don't want? You come Sunday and eat lah. You know, no need to cook at home. Why you want to cook? Why you want to disturb your wife? Come, the whole family come and eat like in the temple. Free only. And varieties. You love it. Indian food somehow look like nasi kanda. Oh, really? Yeah? Okay. Then they come to the temple. Wow, so many varieties. Is that so nice? Hey, how you cook? Huh? Oh, this one we give to. Wow, so nice lah. Then they'll be looking for next Sunday. Then they come early. They say, what else? Wow, the singing is so nice lah. The chanting is so nice. The class that person is giving makes sense. Then I start to reflect my life. Actually, I'm living a very fake life, you know. And through that, slowly, we became a devotee. Then we start to realize all this while our senses, our mind, our intelligence has been betraying us. Understand? So that's the same thing. Okay, Prabhu, Chong Prabhu?
Yeah. Very inspiring, this one.
You understand, huh? We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
in
Because it's also in a very, what do you call, it's so dramatic also.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense or not? Suddenly, if you get amnesia, you don't know anything, your wife or children take you anywhere, also you go, right?
Yes.
You're a vegetarian, right? You're chanting and vegetarian, right?
Yes.
So suddenly, if you get amnesia, your children take you for bakute, what will happen? And you're eating it while you're not conscious. That's what happened. Okay. Any other question? So now you understand Brahman, Para-Brahman. There's two ways we can apply. One is for Mahatattva, that means the creation of the entire universe. We can call it as Brahman. And secondly, we also use it as a Brahman, which is the individual soul. So far, so good? So I
Yes,
hope you all
Prabhu.
understand. Okay,
Yes, thank
good.
you, Prabhu.
Any other question? Iskandar Balan Prabhu, you're okay, you clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
And Vanita Mataji, thank you for triggering. You're always a triggerer. Ask question, people think out of the box. Okay. Okay. All good?
Yes.
Any other? Right, why suddenly all became quiet? Okay. So now is 9:58, Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna, yes. Everything okay?
No, discussions about Krishna can just go on talking and talking and talking. It is so interesting. What to do? Our senses become tired very easily. Our mind will start to shut down. So anyway, thank you so much for coming for this today's program. You are all my greatest inspiration. I'm inspired because of all of you. So please inspire me further. You know, these kind of questions trigger, these kind of questions make us to go into deep studies. The first thing in Shastra is we have to ask question. Okay, just not listening, just ask question. So when you ask question, because even the Srimad Bhagavatam spoken when by asking question, and Bhagavad Gita spoken by asking question, and it's our constitutional position to ask question. We have to ask question in every possible circumstances, right? So with that, thank you so much. Have a beautiful Saturday evening. And tomorrow, Sunday morning, is our Sunday program in Ipoh. Of course, I'm giving a class there. So I can't do morning program, but we will do evening again. So evening, we're going to discuss on chapter 15. Okay. So please join us and also put a small note in the group to tell them we are already in chapter 16. There's another 3 more days for everything to over. So don't miss that opportunity to have live classes. Nothing like live classes. It's not interesting to, it's not exciting to read the, to listen to the recording. Nothing like live. Okay, because you have got opportunity to ask question. You know, you can debate on the question, you can protest the question. So it's live, it's nice, right? So that is one. So then, till then, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And always today, Saturday night, just think about people. Maybe tomorrow, Sunday morning, you can think of calling 1 or 2 people and ask them, tell them to come and get connected with us for the next month Gita Gyan program. All right. And in between, after we finish the program till end of this month, I'll try to do some empowering classes, like maybe you can take some classes from other literature like Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, that how we can kickstart our bhakti and go on a very steady pace. All right. And of course, then we start, whenever I have a class, I would like to do all this program. Please be always connected with us. And please, I beg you, do your RDC formula, read Bhagavad Gita, chant distribute Bhagavad Gita and chant Hare Krishna. Skanda Balan Prabhu just ordered 6 books. I'll be sending to him on Monday because he'd like to give to his family members. So likewise, I hope every one of you can take up this task to distribute and make this world a better place. At least we cannot make this world a better place, but make your own environment, your family, your relation, your cousins, your sisters, your daughters, that environment, make it very positive. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva Paditanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
All
Prabhu.
right.
Good night, Prabhu. Thank you.
Fine.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.